Welcome to part 12. So this is a series around basically why everyone is selling their Mark 7 Golf R. The idea is essentially just comment in this video. I will then share it in the next part. It can be about anything. It can be about GTIs, it can be about Rs, it can be about just any sort of experience that you're having with the cars. You can also ask me any questions and I'll essentially answer it in today's video. So let's go through what comments we had from part 11 and yeah, talk about them in part 12 here. So first comment here, sold my A-Class last month to WeBack for 19k, bought for 16k in February. Yeah, February 2021 was the time to kind of buy a car basically. If in hindsight, that's when you should buy a car because it all went up from there. So yeah, quite good to have had a car from he's had it for like 7-8 months, made £3,000 potentially. Obviously, you then take into account that if you lose interest and stuff, if you've got it on finance, so it's not all cut and shut. But no, well done. And yeah, interesting to see what you go for next. Hopefully it's like GTI or an R or something like that. Next question here. How long do you think until VW will end the internal combustion R brand and go to electric? Cheers, Sam. Great question. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for everyone to comment, actually. It's really, really helpful. And obviously, comment in today's video. I will talk about it next Monday as well. I'm going to keep this to just regular Monday slots. When will they end? Well, I think it's already starting to end, to be fair. It's certainly the decline is here. I'm not so sure. I mean, I think I'd be surprised if it's not within the next sort of like five years. You know, if countries like the UK aren't even accepting, internal combustion engine cars from 2030, there's just no point of investing money in it because it's just not going to work. You've got to get through the government legislation. That's the first thing before you get to consumers. So a bit of a shame, but I think within sort of the next 3 to 5 years, I think they'll start shelving them, to be honest, which is really sad and just what it is. And actually, something to cheer you up actually on that, I drove a Mark 7.5 TCR yesterday, GTI, and I'm absolutely blown away. So sneak insight into that. I will share videos hopefully this week. I'll edit them up, but that really, really blew me away. I was not expecting that, like to the point where I would say it's possibly the best road car I've driven this year. That sort of level. And I also drove a Mark 7.5 GTI performance pack in a manual, which was really fun as well, which was great. Great things come along in pairs, and it happened on the same day as well. So yeah, I'll share that as well. But yeah, lots of things happening on the channel. So yeah, subscribe, like, share. That's what helps these opportunities happen. Anyway, let's get straight back onto this, and I hope that answers your question anyway. 3 to 5 years. Next question. I sold my 5-month-old TTS Vorsprung with 4k miles on it 4 weeks ago to a WeBack for 50k. They now value it for 2k less. It's on Auto Trader for 55k, Sam. Ooh, so prices are dropping, especially lead up to Xmas. They knocked 2k off my A-Class as well, sold at the right time. Yeah, that's right. I actually also shared a car which Shmee150 sold. He sold his Porsche Cayman GT4, and I spoke a little bit about that and how obviously he made money on the car. And it was up at Porsche Hatfield for 95,000. Well, that was a fair amount of time ago. I'm going to say a month to 6 weeks, maybe even 2 months ago actually. It's still for sale. They're sitting on, it's just sitting there. Good time to sell. It's very hard to time it, particularly when you're talking big money like £50,000 for a car is huge. TTS is also a really cool car as well, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it whilst you had it. But yeah, it's great to see, and you have got to time it right. For me, I still sort of stand by stick and hold is not always the worst thing, and I'm enjoying timing my Mark 7R, to be fair. I went for a fun drive today, actually, this morning. I was going to share it, and I was going to do a quick little video for you guys, because I know you have been asking for it, but left my SD card at home, so yeah, rookie mistake there, the joys of editing. But no, thank you all for the comments on that one, and yeah, I think it is dropping. They're still high, and they're not dropping a huge amount, but it definitely is, because people do not want to buy cars at this time. You just don't. It's just where it is. But no, thank you so much for the comments. Next question. Used car prices. I have never seen the market turn on its head like it has. Just noted a 2018 Mark 7.5 GTI for sale at my local dealer for just under 32k. That is with 16,000 miles on the clock too. Crazy time, but great presentation. Thanks for the comment, and thanks for the feedback actually on the previous video as well. Got a different little look in here, so at least hopefully you get a few things to look at, maybe out the window. Yeah, they're very, very high, and actually, funny enough, the Mark 7.5 GTI manual I drove yesterday was a 2019 car. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be far off sort of mid to high 20s to £30,000 easily, which is just incredible. And I think it's credit to the Mark 7s. And I will put on screen actually before I forget. There was a Twitter quote from Chris Harris, and he said it was something along the lines of, every time he sees a Mark 8, it basically reminds him how good the Mark 7 was. And I think that's really true. 7s and 7.5s, brilliant cars. I really like the sort of, it felt more 2021 actually in the 7.5s, I have to say, with the cockpit. But yeah, great cars, and obviously you're going to get to hear my feedback if you subscribe to the channel. That's all you have to do. Next comment, Sam, can you do a road trip with your subs to Scotland one day? Yes, I would like to. We are coming up to nearly 2,500 subscribers, which was actually a little target that I had at the start of the year. So that's great, we've done it a month and a half early. I would like to reach a higher number of subscribers before I did something like that, simply because it's quite hard to get a lot of people at the same place at the same time. As much as I do my first drives and I organise it to get people there. I mean, yesterday was, frankly, I don't know how it worked out, to be fair. Someone else messaged me on Instagram. I had a plan to drive the TCR and they were in the area, so yeah, 2 for 1. I will definitely do that next year. Hopefully things are a little bit better in the world. Yeah, I will definitely try to plan some sort of road trip, or some sort of meet at least. I think meeting you guys, I mean, meeting people in person, let alone all these fantastic comments, has been brilliant. Like, literally, it's just, yeah, I'm blown away, because for the support for the channel, and just the fact that, we're all on the same page in terms of what we like, and yeah, I can't thank people enough for getting involved. So yes, is your answer one day. Thank you for the comment. Next comment here. So I've got a problem. I can sell my C-Class now for about 7k, but if I sell in 6 months' time when my Mark 8R is due, I'll be lucky to get 5k. So my options are to lease a car from Kazoo for 6 months until my R arrives. Anyone know anything better to do? Please reply. So, yeah. So you're waiting quite a while for your Mark 8 Golf R to arrive, which I get. Computer chip issues. That's kind of what this all started off, to be fair, when I started this many months ago now. Honestly, if it was me, I'd just stick it out with a C-Class. Yeah, it's just not worth the hassle. It's literally just not worth the hassle. I mean, if you think it's going to be worth 7k less, that's quite a heavy amount. It depends how much miles you're doing. If you're doing a lot of miles in a car is naturally going to depreciate anyway. So even if you lease a car, you're still going to be paying money for that lease. And even if you buy a new car, maybe not as, I don't know what year C-Class it is, you're still going to be paying a lot of money. There's no real way. People need a car to use it, and that is always going to cost you some money. That's the fact. So, I personally, my advice: enjoy your C-Class, stick it out. Mark 8 Golf R arrives, trade it in. Okay, you'll lose a little bit of money on your C-Class, but you're going to lose money anyway if you lease a car. So that's my advice. Hopefully that helps. And the Mark 8 Golf R is fantastic. It's such a great car. And it will be worth the wait. I mean, 6 months feels like a long time, and hopefully my videos help you out. But yeah, it'll be certainly different to your C-Class, unless you've got like a C63 or something. But no, hopefully that helps, and thank you for the comment. Next comment: 2 years to get back to normal. We only have until 2030 to order an ICE. Anyway, thank you so much for the comment. I think it probably will take a little bit of time to get back to normal. I had a little bit of insight from someone yesterday, one of the first drives I had, and they said it was something also around a factory burnt down in Indonesia, which affected the computer chip supplies as well. So maybe a combination of quite a few things, with obviously the pandemic and stuff, with the delays. Yeah, it's going to be a shame. And hopefully, I'll honestly, in 2030, I'll look back on my channel and I'll be like, that was great to just try these type of cars, because they're the cars that I like. And yeah, if we're just going to live in Ubers and stuff like that going forward. So yeah, that's what life is going to be like from 2030 onwards. Thank you for the comment. Next question. So people have to be real stupid to buy a car now. When the bubbles burst, you're set to lose big time. So thank you for the comment. Bit aggressive, but okay. So you're not necessarily stupid to buy a car now, because November, December, January, prices are low. Prices will naturally pick up again come into next year. I don't think the demand, supply and demand is going to change at all that much. So I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think it's a bad time to buy, particularly if you need it. If you have a purpose for something, like if I was, I don't know, traveling and I needed a more comfortable car which was economical to do it, and I had to do it by car, no, it's not a stupid time to buy at all. In fact, you're quite lucky. It's not, you know, if in the middle of July and June, August, you're paying top whack. Will the bubbles burst? I don't think it will. I don't think it will just burst. It's not going to burst. It will decline slowly and increase slowly. It's just the way things are. But I do think when you look at like people like manufacturers on Auto Trader and stuff like that, and they list their cars, like I talk about that Porsche that's for sale for 95 grand. They're not budging on the price. They can afford to sit on it. They can afford to sit on that car because they know probably next year, even if they had to wait a couple more months, someone's going to pay it. Someone's going to, you know, finance is so easy these days. Someone will get it. I don't think bubbles are going to burst, but yeah, I mean, I shared a video this week on the Audi RS3, and if you financed it, you'd be paying £104,000. Yeah, so I think you should be sensible in the way that you buy a car. But yeah, thank you for the comment, but I can't say I agree with it. Next comment here. To buy the best hot hatch going, the Mark 8 Golf R. So that's off the back of the title. This, I'm still calling it Why is everyone selling the Mark 7 Golf R, to continue the series. I was going to change the title, but I think you guys kind of get what it's all about. Comment in the video, I'll then answer the question, we'll kind of talk it through. And I think it's like a nice little community group. It's like a community channel, isn't it? You know, you're not going to get all the information you want from a dealer, from, you know, use different sources and stuff like that, but hopefully this kind of gets us all together, share our experiences, and you can have an, you know, ultimately an open mind to make your own decision with whatever you want to do on the second most expensive thing that you'll ever own. You know, don't get screwed over by it. You know, I felt so lucky yesterday driving a TCR that's probably worth about £30,000 to £35,000. Great car. It's a lot of money. There's no getting away from it. Even the GTI, the 7.5, the manual that I drove yesterday, like I said, £26,000. To me, these are really expensive cars. Really expensive cars. That's just where I am at. So hopefully my videos help you out to just be sensible and make the right decision. But I do think the Golfs, they just work. They work for society as well. You know, I think they're great, but they just do everything. And yesterday proved that big time because they were all different. That manual GTI compared to the DSG TCR compared to my manual R, same with all the good stuff, like the daily stuff, but so different in the way that you could kind of push on and have fun as well. So, and all still fun. I'm really looking forward to sharing my thoughts on that. I'm going to share like a raw drive, I'll share the Q&As, and then I'll share like a proper review. Have more time to think about it. It's only been 24 hours and I'm still buzzing from it. Anyway, continuing on from your comment, I ordered mine early April and I got my second letter from VW telling it will be now delayed until the end of January. I did share that letter on my channel as well, so yeah, that's on here if you want to check that out. And that is just as an estimated build week. My dealer told me it takes a month to be built and delivered, so I'm guessing will be February, March next year. I'm gutted, but it'll be worth the wait, so I guess I'll be patient. I have mine for 2 months now and it's worth waiting for. Let's give them a thumbs up for that, and then someone's just laughing. So yeah, funny enough, from my personal consensus in the community, a lot of people who I've spoken to are actually quite happy with their Mark 7s. And I do know those who've gone from a Mark 7 to a Mark 8 because the numbers worked, because Mark 7s were worth so much money, and obviously if you could get a Mark 8 new, you wouldn't be paying premium. Yeah, I think Mark 7 represents fantastic value and a fantastic car. Mark 8 is obviously your latest, greatest tech, and it's a great car. No doubt about that. Yeah, I don't think anyone's rushing out to sort of get the Mark 8 stuff. But I'll share my thoughts towards the end of the year as well. And I'm also going to share a video which is basically going to be what's the best car I've driven this year, to hopefully give you an insight of what things are like. Anyway, that's all the comments. Thank you so much for that. Please comment in today's video. I will talk about it next week. Get your comments in before Sunday, basically. Otherwise, yeah, I've got to spend a little bit of time editing this and getting it out with you guys. But thank you so much for the support to the channel. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for being part of it. Really looking forward to sharing you recent content that I've just been filming. And yeah, more to come as well, actually. More to come, because I'm filming again next week in another TCR. So I'll have a little bit more time to build up an even bigger impression after you kind of see this week's videos and stuff. So yeah, awesome stuff to come. Comment in today's video. We'll talk about it in next week's. Cheers, guys.